Hey YouTube, this is Andrea here. I am back. This is part... Is this part 2? I have forgotten what part we are on. We are making this art journal. And this is the front cover, the inside, and this is the first page. We went through that, and this is the second page. So we are on the third page. Yay! Third page. If you haven't seen the other videos yet, I'll put a link down below so that you can check them out. So this is the cover of our third page, and I've gone ahead and done our hole punching, and we did this in the last of our last video. So this is the last couple of minutes of the video. Now what I want to do is I'm going to make this video a little shorter than the rest, because you guys are probably like, I can't believe this is a 50-minute video. But what I'm going to do is, what I have done is I've put together like all the pieces that I want to make for this particular page. So this is going to be the front area, or the inside front, and we're going to glue it down to this side, which is why I'm not worried about this little overhang here. And then this is going to be on this side. So let's get started with this. So I've taken the liberty, this is an 8.5 by 11 journal. There we go. And I've taken the liberty of cutting all the pieces that are needed. And see, this one's going to go on the inside of here. That's why it's sitting in there. So let's put it together. I've already scored my lines, which is going to make life a lot easier for me, for you. Okay. You want to get this nice and straight, so that when you set it down, it'll go on nice and smooth. And just take your bone folder, crease that line, open up your, this is wet here, and I got a little bit of gloppy glue here. I can't wait to get my nails done tomorrow, or do my nails tomorrow rather. Because when you have nails, you could just work magic. Okay. We're going to put something here anyway. So I want to, before I do that, I'm going to put my second half of my sheet on here. And that's going to go on the inside on this side. I like this layout because it's like a book within a book. Okay. see, it sits right up to that line, and this folds down just nice. That's how you want it to fit. Not so snug that it's not usable. And use your eraser to get rid of any excess glue so that you don't have lumpy bumpies underneath your paper. Okay. Perfect. So now it just flippity flop. Okay. Now this is the front area, and I want to put this on here, and it will be framed out by the black paper, which I love. Now, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and use your ink pad to ink up the edges on this big sheet. I'm not going to do that on this one. No particular reason. Give it a firm rub down with your fingers, or use your bone folder to make it nice and tight. Then on her, I am going to ink the edges. I'm going to ink them black. Because this is gold foil, the black ink is going to help her stand out a little better. Gold foil, the paper just kind of blends right in if you don't give it that outline. If you did not get a chance to take a look at the other video on this, making this, you can find this particular girl, I forget what her name is, but the maker of this is called Santoral London, and you can find her and other fantastic characters that they've made through Google. I don't have a direct link to anyone in particular to buy from, but you can find that information through Google. Okay. I love it. Oh, that turned out so beautiful. Love it, love it. Then the inside of her, or directly behind her, is going to be this journal page. And I want to ink the edges on this because I don't want to leave that white crisp line. I want it to be more blended. Alright, I'm going to use my black ink. And this is from the paper pads that I mentioned in the first video. If you're interested in that, check out the first video where you can find, this was a 12 by 12 sheet. I just cut it down. Alright, let's get this on straight. Alright, and for this side here, this is our other flap. I want to put a pocket. So I made this pocket. Now this pocket is smaller than the actual page, of course. So if I open it here, I'm giving the measurements. This is 8.5 by 11 there. The pocket is here to here. So this is 8.5 across. By 10 1/4 inches. And it's going to set right on top of here, like that. Excuse me. You want to glue down both sides and put some glue here in the edge so that your pocket will stay closed and nothing falls out. And even though this glue dries really fast, you still have plenty of time to get your project to the paper. So don't rush it. That's probably said more for me than it is for you. There we go. There we go. Yay. down real good. Then I made this cover for it. And I am going to go ahead and ink the edges here because the white is showing from the cuts that I made to create this. Okay. There's no wrong way to put this on unless you miss completely. Unstick yourself. Here on this one I put about 1/4 of an inch from the top and the bottom, and then on the sides they are about 1/8 of an inch. You still get that frame look, which I really like. Anywho, so there's our pocket. I'll use my ruler just to go in, make sure our pocket is nice and snug, which it is. That turned out really pretty. And I have a piece of foil left over that I can actually use to cover this little bit of gap right there. I'm going to think about that. I'm not sure if I want to put that there or not. But I do have another page to put in. And that's going to be this one on this side. And we're going to ink this one up. I think making these little journals and or books, whatever you want to call them, they are so much fun. Just getting all the pieces together that you want is to put together, coming up with the ideas of, you know, where a pocket is going to go or where a tag is going to go. It's fun because then you have your creativity starts to come out, and you're like, oh, I can do this, this, and this. And if you can't do it, look on YouTube, because you will find something to help you do it. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? So gorgeous. And if you didn't get enough ink on there, just take your little black marker, Sharpie, cover up what you didn't do. Thank goodness for black paper, right? Okay. So now we have our pocket. We're still thinking about this piece here. We have the inside. This is a photo mat. On this side we have our lady up front, and then we have a journal page here, and I want to put sketching paper here, so I'm going to grab a hole puncher. Yeah, hole puncher. Do I want a hole puncher? Let me see. I got some brads. You know, that hole puncher would be too big for that one. I'm going to get my crocodile, and we'll use that to punch a hole with. Or 2 holes, rather. This little sucker's heavy, by the way. Okay. Then I want to make sure that my sketch paper and the holes here all line up. And to hold that down while I work, I'm going to use a binder clip like that. Just like that. Now, this is where you want to know, or to see where you want your hole, how deep in you want your hole to get. And I think I'm going to keep it where I have it now, which is about 1/2 inch. Yeah. Yep, 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go in 1/2 inch. Oh, before I do that, I want to mark where those holes are going to go. So, we're going in 1/2 inch. Here's 1/2 inch. Yeah, write very lightly. And because it's sketch paper, you should be just fine. Okay. I can see through this ruler. If you can't see through the ruler that you have, don't do it my way. Just measure inside on the left and right, and then go in with your hole punch. This paper, 7.5 inches. Yep. It's 2 inches in. Okay, about 2 inches in. Now I could go in with my hole punch. Well, that took forever, didn't it, guys? Sorry it took so long. Okay. Now I could go in with my brads and just press those down. I love the fact that they match the gold foil. And there you have it. There's your paper. And at any time, if you're making this for someone else other than yourself, they can go in, remove the brads, and replace their paper. So that's nice. Okay, so here we go. Back to here. I don't think I'm going to cover this area here. I don't like the way it looks. So I'm going to leave it be. I did make a tag for this pocket. And I will tell you, it is a monster tag. I think it turned out so cute. Here it says, "You're a great friend," which my daughter is. She's a great friend. And I rounded the corners on this. This tag is 7 inches wide. By 9 3/4 long. So that's how big this is. And we'll just slide that right in here because this is the pocket we made it for. Yay. And so that's nice. It doesn't take away from this pocket here, which is really nice. We're done, guys. This is page 3. And you see how I have these little guys here? This is where your creativity comes in. Because this is our beginning page, and you will see this in the very last video, I will be embellishing a lot of these pages with jewelry pieces and rhinestones, but I'm not doing it as I go from page to page. I will do it in one last video, and if you want to see that, that's great. It'll be up soon, and then you'll see. We're going to do one more page, which is page 4. Let's see here. Let's make sure we can do one more page. Is this the one? 3rd page. 2nd. This is the... Yeah, we're going to do one more page. And then we'll do our embellishing, and we'll put in our ring binder here, or our rings, and cinch it together, and you'll see the final results probably in the next video. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Comments are always welcome. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great one. Bye.